When Britton was 7 years old, there was only 5 things that she wished for when she turned 16. To be popular, to wear cute clothes, meet One Direction, stop bullying, and make a change in the world.
Number 1. Now this one came easy for Britton, with her contagious smile and knack for bad jokes, especially about trees as they were likely to get you stumped. Her iridescent personality and purposeful heart attracts everyone around her. Number 2. I can definitely vouch for this one as she borrowed all of my clothes for the first half of her year. She's proven her sense of style many times with her scrunchie in and camo jacket in tow. However, she's traded in these fashion statements to proudly wear and represent the blue jacket.
Number 3. Although Britton was never able to meet One Direction, she was, however, able to find her direction. She sang on the National FFA stage, became a chapter, then region, then state officer, and now working toward her degree in ag education and ag communications and marketing. Number 4. When Britton was younger, she was known for being the quiet kid. She would try everything to fit in, but until her first ag class, she never knew how. Taking the leap of faith, Britton has reached so many members and made everyone feel welcome in her life.
Number 5 was a big one. As we've watched Britton from a shy 7th grader until now, we are confident and proud to know that she is a phenomenal student and FFA member that's left a lasting impact in the lives of others. We are so proud to introduce you to your
2019-2020 Minnesota FFA State Reporter Britton Fuglseth.
with her retiring address, Beautifully Messy.
I have 3 fears in life. 3 fears that have stayed with me since I could remember. 1, getting my driver's license, which only took 4 attempts, because I'll admit I'm a pretty bad driver, and because the world around you is absolutely terrifying and you cannot control it. Other drivers, black ice, deer running at you full speed, chaos. 2, going to college, because you have to move in with somebody that you don't even know, and maybe they wear their socks to bed and kick them off in the middle of the night, so when you get up in the morning, you step on them with your bare feet. Or what if your teachers think you're smarter than you are? But worse yet, you think you're smarter than you are and you can't pass any of the classes. Or what if you show up to a class one day and there's an exam you didn't study for, and you're naked? Or what if you can't make any friends, and so you have to eat not only breakfast, but lunch and dinner all by yourself in the school cafeteria where the chocolate milk dispenser is permanently broken? Chaos. And 3, kissing my future husband at my future wedding in front of everybody. Chaos. Romantic chaos, but chaos. In 2019, I graduated high school, and my parents told me I had to legally move out of the house, so I had no choice but to face fear number 2. And although there was an adjustment period, I can ease your pain and let you know that my roommate Maddie is super nice. I have worn her socks, and although I've been shocked by some of the things I've learned, I've never been completely taken off guard by them or shown up to class naked. Also, there's an unlimited stream of chocolate milk coming from the school cafeteria. As an agricultural education major, my favorite class is obviously art class. I'm surprised at how not bad I am at it, and there's actually a lot to learn. One day, the professor was talking about different art techniques. Beautiful golden mean, intriguing asymmetrical, but then he said one that started to have me question whether he actually knew what he was talking about or not. And it represented my complete nemesis. Chaos. Yeah, there's a chaos theory in art. Chaos, which can simply be defined as no design. How could chaos be a technique of art when chaos is quite literally a mess? Like, who thought that that could be beautiful? I was flabbergasted. I walked back to my dorm room that night and I did more research on this technique of art. And what I found shocked me more than the idea of chaos being a technique of art. Let's take a quiz. Do you know the painting The Scream? Kind of looks like this. Or this. The Scream was painted by Edvard Munch, a Norwegian artist who really had a desire to travel the world. One day, he decided to travel from Norway to New York City, USA. And while he was there, he wrote a letter back to his family where he stated, "Although I'm in a city of 1 million people, I feel so lonely that I could scream." And that was his chaos, which describes the bright contrasting colors and, well, the guy screaming. Okay, next question. Do you know the Starry Night? This painting was created in June of 1889 by a very famous artist named Vincent van Gogh. Would you believe me if I told you that this was Van Gogh's view from inside his insane asylum room? It's true. Reading more into it, Van Gogh described what he saw as his chaos. He said that the stars seemed to be vibrating in space yet remained motionless, and the planets would reappear and disappear. He struggled to survive selling his paintings, as none of them would sell because they weren't academic. They went out of the lines, they weren't smoothly painted, and they told no story. But there's an underlying beauty in both of these stories. The Scream and the Starry Night are now amongst some of the most famous paintings in the world, being shown at some of the most amazing museums. And if the Starry Night were to be sold today, it would sell for well over $100 million. We all have chaos that we go through in our lives. Some days worse than others. We can choose to ignore it or accept the total picture. And that picture is a work of art. If we are intentional about changing our mindset from seeing the negative things, we will be sure to see the positives in the messes of life. So here we are, brothers and sisters of the blue jacket, all fighting our own battles. How are we going to make it a point to see the beauty in the chaos every day? We need to train our brains. Imagine with me. It's a beautiful summer night, one of those perfect ones where it's just cooled off from a blaring hot day. You're laying in the grass. In fact, you might even be getting a little chilled from it. But you're not going to let that bother you. You're finally letting the day come to a perfect and amazing end. But what's that crawling up your left arm? Whatever it is, you're not going to look because you're finally enjoying your night. Oh, feels so good, but oh my gosh, there's more and more and more bugs crawling up your left arm, and finally you open your eyes. You look down and notice that there's fireflies climbing up your arm. You're quick to whack them away because they tickle, but when you look up, you're left speechless. You notice that the darkness of the night is no longer so dark, and it's being lit up, and it's not by the stars or the moon, but rather by the fireflies. That's the beauty of fireflies. They notice the darkness, and rather than letting it discourage them from exploring at night, they choose light. I mean, think of a cooler insect. If a bug can light its own butt up, imagine what you can do. Don't discredit the chaos. There's so much beauty that comes out of it. Maybe your bus on a way to an FFA competition got delayed, so you had to change into official dress in a gas station bathroom while standing on the toilet trying to magician your way into nylons. Definitely chaos, trust me. But in the mix of it is the laughter and that sense of togetherness of your friends doing the same exact thing. And that pride of strangers seeing you in official dress and considering you a nice young person. Maybe the science experiment you were working on got contaminated, ruining the hypothesis and results you were looking for. But you discovered that the mold that got into your petri dish actually killed off the culture you were growing. That's literally how penicillin was discovered, and it saved millions of lives. Maybe you're suffering a family tragedy. Death of a grandparent, tough financial times, a house fire. We've been fighting off the coronavirus for months now, but look at the progress we have made. Despite the cancellation of our in-person convention, we are defying the odds and celebrating a year full of successes right here virtually, and I think that's pretty amazing. Chaos theory teaches us one thing. Nothing says that the hard times aren't hard, sad, or sometimes even devastating. But it does show us that there's a shimmer of love, of hope, of friendship, and of unexpected kindness that comes along with it. Sometimes, FFA members, we don't have the ability to summon our inner firefly to be the light. But that doesn't mean that we can't still know it's there, or that it's still within us, even if we can't use it right then and there. And there will come a moment where we will be the shimmer in somebody else's starry night too. So maybe my 3 fears in life weren't so scary after all. Well, one of them might be, I'll report back. But the chaos that could come along with them absolutely terrified me. But not anymore. There's little we can do to eliminate the chaos from our lives. But what we can do is look for the light that shines through it. And that's my wish for you. I wish you success and happiness and memories and joy. But I also wish you the uncertain, the tumultuous, and the uncontrolled. And within all that mess, I wish you the ability to see light and feel love in ways that you never knew possible before the chaos.
Britton, thank you for being so much more than just a name. You truly invested in each and every person you came in contact with.
But Britton, I just want to thank you for being inspiring and strong and showing me how to take life one step at a time.
Thank you, Britton, for always being my one friend on the team and always being my hype girl. I'll miss you.
Britton, thank you for always bringing your talent forward to serve humbly.
Britton, thank you so much for being an inspiration for me and for our team, and also for members all across the state. Thank you for setting such a beautiful example of what it means to be humble and yet confident.
State officers, you represent us proudly.
Britton, thank you for your year of service. Throughout the past year, you've made a great impact on Minnesota FFA. You contribute to our organization's growth and wellness in your own unique ways, and they're all really valued. You serve with your whole entire heart. Passion for what you do, along with your desire to do incredible things, leaves a lasting impact on everyone you meet. You've helped guide and assist so many others on their path to leadership, and always stood close enough to be an open ear to anyone who needed your advice or help. You've been a positive influence to the SFA, not only this past year serving for the state, but your whole leadership career, as you serve Region 1 and your hometown chapter. You are an incredible leader. We could not have asked for a better 2019-2020 Minnesota State Reporter. We cannot thank you enough for being your luminescent self and all the inspiration you've brought to members everywhere. You truly are such a beautiful and amazing person, and we are very lucky to have you. I believe you will successfully continue your leadership career, and I truly wish you the very best. Minnesota FFA cannot thank you enough for your amazing service to our amazing organization.
To my school administrators, Brian Clark and Nathaniel Messick, the FFA has shaped me into who I am today and has given me the courage and confidence I didn't know I had. It wouldn't have been possible without the opportunities that Fertile Beltrami High School offers, thanks to the work of you. Thank you for your dedication towards our organization and your support and help in the growing of student success. To my mentors, Alora Demuth, Lyle Westrum, and Matt and Pat Erickson. Alora, one of the first things you asked me was, "What is your life quote?" And long story short, we ended up having the same one. Perhaps this is the moment for which you have been created. Thank you for always helping me along the way and assuring that maybe this is why I was created. It's been an honor to become part of the reporter family and follow in some amazing shoes that you left behind. Lyle, from job shadowing you in 9th grade and realizing that egg teaching is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, to now, being an egg ed student in your college classroom, you have continually inspired me to strive for my dreams. Thank you for working with me whenever I needed help or guidance. Matt and Pat, you guys have been some of my biggest supporters since day one. Not to mention, whenever I see you, smiles are always on your face. You live a life of leadership and selflessness and are truly some of the most positive people I know. To my advisor, Whitney Ruprecht, or as I like to say, Whitney Rubtresh. I'm not even sure where to start here. This all started with you. And by all, I mean the memories, the friendships, the leadership skills, the joy, and the uncontrollable laughter on our long bus rides. You had seen potential in me before I could see it in myself, and pushed me for greatness. And for that, I am entirely grateful. To my siblings, Kennedy, Madison, and Dawson. I know sometimes I can be annoying, but if there was one thing I annoyed you about the most, it was the amount I talked about FFA. Although it wasn't always what you wanted to hear at the dinner table, you listened and supported me throughout the process. Thank you for always being my built-in best friends. To my parents, Ty and Kirsten. Mom, I couldn't have done this without you, and I stand by that. You gained the title FFA Mom when I was in 7th grade, and you have since lived up to that with unmeasurable pride. Thank you for always being a light in my life and always guiding me in the right direction. Dad, I wish you knew how grateful I am for you. You not only gained the title FFA Dad, but you also gained the title of my personal manager. You have always kept me on track and helped me even when I didn't want to admit that I needed that. I love you both so much. To my best FFA friends. Tatiana, it seems like no matter what FFA competition was happening, we were always together. We started off having no idea what we were doing in food science to pushing each other to strive for greatness and leadership positions. Your genuine heart and corny jokes always bring me joy. Carter, friends who go to prom together wearing blue and gold stick together, even if people thought we were dating because of the poses Ruprecht made us do. You have always been there after the tough competitions to lift me up, and also after the great ones to calm me down. Thank you for being an awesome role model to everyone in FFA. Also, it's been a year. Please come get your FFA jacket out of my closet. And lastly, to my FFA family. I believe there's a hidden reason that family starts with the letters F and A. Throughout my journey, the membership of this organization has given me some of the best memories and has been my second family. I want each and every one of you to know I will always be one call, text, or FaceTime away if you are going through a tough time, or even if you just want to hear a stupid joke. Thank you for some of the greatest moments of my life.